Last night, at the legendary Maracana Stadium, Brazilian football did not just remember its past, it celebrated its soul. Under the bright lights of Rio, an emotional and historic ceremony unfolded as Brazil honored the living legends who once lifted the FIFA World Cup for the Seleção. This was not just an awards night. This was a reminder of why Brazil is not merely a football nation, but a football obsession. The event was attended by FIFA President Gianni Infantino, the president of the Brazilian Football Confederation, and countless Brazilian icons whose names are carved into football history. What made the night special was not only the presence of trophies or medals, but the overwhelming emotion in the air, love, respect, gratitude, and an unbreakable bond between Brazil and football. Because in Brazil, football is not tradition alone. It is passion. It is addiction. It is identity. The Brazilian Football Confederation organized this ceremony to honor those heroes who once brought the World Cup home, reminding the world that Brazil's footballing greatness is built on emotion as much as talent. By recognizing these legends, once again, CBF didn't just give awards. They multiplied the value of respect. They reminded the current generation what it truly means to wear the yellow jersey. And from this emotional night, the conversation naturally shifts toward the future, because honoring the past only makes sense when you are preparing to conquer the future. And that future, for Brazil, is the FIFA World Cup 2026. As Brazil gears up for the World Cup, the roadmap is becoming clearer. Before the tournament begins, Brazil will play 4 crucial preparation matches. Until recently, one of these matches had not been officially confirmed. But now the picture is almost complete. 3 of these games will take place in the United States, the same country where Brazil will compete in the World Cup. These matches are not random friendlies. They are strategic tests designed to reveal the true strength, weaknesses, and readiness of Carlo Ancelotti's Brazil. The biggest spotlight falls on the 2 marquee fixtures scheduled for March: Brazil versus France and Brazil versus Croatia. These are not just friendly matches. These are clashes against 2 of the most powerful teams in world football. Facing France and Croatia will give Brazil the clearest possible measurement of where the team truly stands. These matches will show how well Brazil can fight against elite opposition, how the defense reacts under relentless pressure, how the midfield controls or loses dominance, and how the attack performs against organized, disciplined structures. If Brazil can win these matches, or even secure solid draws with strong performances, it will inject a massive boost of confidence into the squad. Confidence that is priceless before a World Cup. More importantly, these games will allow Carlo Ancelotti to see, in real conditions, where the problems lie, which combinations work under pressure, which players struggle when tempo increases, which tactical setups collapse against elite counterattacks. These answers cannot be found in training sessions alone. They are discovered only when facing giants like France and Croatia. In many ways, Brazil's entire World Cup journey will depend on what Ancelotti learns from these 2 games. And make no mistake, Ancelotti is leaving nothing to chance. Along with his coaching staff, he has been actively traveling across Europe and the Americas, closely observing Brazilian players at their clubs. Every detail is being monitored: form, fitness, mentality, adaptability. This is not guesswork. This is surgical preparation. Based on these evaluations, Ancelotti will select what he believes is the strongest possible squad. The official squad list is expected to be announced around March 10th, and it will immediately spark debate, excitement, and anticipation among fans worldwide. Because this squad will face France and Croatia on American soil, in stadiums that will later host World Cup matches. In other words, these games are rehearsals on the biggest stage. Following those 2 massive tests, Brazil will play 2 more matches as final preparation before the World Cup. One of them is confirmed against Norway, also in the United States. This match might not grab headlines like France or Croatia, but in many ways, it is just as dangerous. Norway are no longer an underdog. They are a rapidly improving European side, packed with quality and physicality. With players like Erling Haaland leading the line, Norway represent everything Brazil traditionally finds challenging: speed, power, space exploitation, and ruthless finishing. Recently, Norway have been delivering fantastic performances in European competitions, even defeating heavyweight teams like Italy. Their form curve is rising steadily, and their confidence is growing match by match. Facing such a team will be a serious challenge for Brazil. But challenges are exactly what Brazil needs right now. This match will teach valuable lessons: how to control space against fast European transitions, how to defend aerial threats, how to neutralize raw physical dominance, and how to impose Brazilian rhythm on a high-intensity opponent. If Brazil can handle Norway effectively, it will significantly smooth their path in the World Cup, where similar European teams await. The final match before the World Cup carries emotional weight as well as tactical importance. There was speculation for weeks about who Brazil would face in their last preparation game. Now, it is almost official. On May 31st, just days before the World Cup begins, Brazil will play a farewell match at the iconic Maracana Stadium. Carlo Ancelotti's team will play one final game on home soil, a symbolic goodbye before departing for the World Cup. This match is expected to be against Panama. While it may not be the strongest opponent on paper, the significance lies elsewhere. This match is about rhythm, confidence, emotional unity, and sending a clear message to the world. These four matches together form Brazil's complete World Cup preparation blueprint. They're designed not only to motivate the players, but to harden them for the brutal reality of World Cup football. They will test Brazil's ability to compete physically, tactically, and mentally. Carlo Ancelotti's challenge is enormous, but so is the opportunity. With the right planning, the right balance, and the right mentality, Brazil can enter the World Cup not just as contenders, but as favorites. Because this World Cup is not optional for Brazil. It is not desire alone. It is demand. It is expectation. It is love. Brazilian fans do not merely want this trophy, they need it. For the players, for the federation, for the fans, and for Neymar. This World Cup represents redemption, legacy, and history. The dream of lifting the sixth star, the Hexa, burns brighter than ever. Brazil does not chase the World Cup for validation. Brazil chases it because winning is woven into its identity. This is not pressure, this is passion. This is not arrogance, this is belief. From the legends honored at Maracana to the players preparing for battle, the message is clear: Brazil is ready to fight for its crown. Now all eyes turn to Carlo Ancelotti, his squad, and these four defining matches. Because how Brazil performs here will shape everything that follows. Brazil lives football. Brazil breathes football. And in 2026, Brazil wants the world to remember why. Viva Brazil!